Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. Today we're taking a look at the new Solstice event and how to best engage with it in order to get ourselves some of the fancy new gear, that being the Solstice weapons and armor. We'll also be covering how you can upgrade your armor ASAP, and yes, this event includes the return of the best helmet in the entire game. To all my warlocks out there, we can finally get the Solstice 2019 helmet, the one you may have seen as my entire channel's identity. But with that said, we'll get into how to start the event, what you need to do to progress through it, and what we can do to farm for Solstice alloys to get rolls of weapons and armor, including getting some tier 5s and holofoils. And with that said, there are timestamps down below for you to scrub through and to get your desired info. And as usual, as most YouTubers do, if you find this content enjoyable or helpful, a subscription would be greatly appreciated. This event begins like every other, but departs pretty considerably past the first step, and that is going and talking to Eve Levante within the tower. The quest she gives you tasks you to complete effectively any modifiable activity with a Solstice exclusive modifier or play the Solstice Crucible event. Again, these can be done in any activity and are on by default. You'll find them within the aptly named boon and event modifier section, and there's actually a ton, but they're all beneficial to us while also increasing our score, as if they make the activity harder, but they don't. These include all sorts of solar aligned wacky things like massive sun balls that follow you, or by giving you a game of catch that leads to a big explosion. Regardless, you don't need to think too hard, just play whatever activity and ensure you see one of those blue event modifiers. Now once completing that activity, you'll then need to claim the first event rank, which is a butterfly wing hollow ship thing. Once claiming that, you'll get put on a quest step to get another 100 alloy. You get them from essentially all activities, and I'll have a section in a moment talking about the best methods to farm for them. But what my team did to immediately progress was by running one more pinnacle activity like Star-Crossed. Running 2 will get you more than 100. Fast forwarding to when you do earn your 100th alloy, you then need to forge your first armor piece. This is done within the event home at the Solstice Forge tab and costs the 100 alloy that you just earned. This will drop an armor piece for you and will unlock this armor piece to be farmed for. I'll talk about doing that again in just a moment. But upon doing that, you then must claim a Solstice Triumph, also located within the event home, and then upon doing that, we must return to Eva Levante. She'll give us a weapon engram and set us on our way to complete the rest of the event at our own pace. But unlike other events, we actually never have to go back to her. But you will notice that our quest still continues. And this quest will extend, tasking us to earn enough alloy to craft the next armor piece, and then that's going to repeat until it gets to a point where it wants us to earn alloy to upgrade our armor piece. And we can actually skip ahead and do that whenever we want, which by upgrading, I of course mean getting glows on our armor. This is simply done by spending 50 alloy within the forge on top of the initial 100 spent to actually earn the armor piece. But upon doing so, any of that armor you have or get to drop will have this white glow attached. And with each armor piece costing 100 to unlock and 50 to upgrade, that comes out to a total of 750 alloy to complete the entire event. Now, to actually engage with Solstice after completing the initial quests, you can either go straight for alloy farming or for loot farming, or both. To quickly cover alloy values for what I know, Pinnacle Ops are a very good source, being 56 per run. Solo Ops are 25 per run, Fireteam Ops are 32, the Crucible looks to be 15, and Raids are 30 per encounter completed. So if you really just wanted to focus on completing the event armor, getting all the cosmetics, just do 14 Star-Crossed or 30 Calderas/K1s. But this is expressly just for the alloy currency. The other side of this event, and what most people will actually want to farm, is that we can get Solstice engrams for specific activities. Like today, we can run Kel's Fall within the Pinnacle Ops section, or Caldera, and get this engram as a bonus reward. This engram will reward you with a Solstice weapon or a Solstice armor piece out of any of the ones that you've previously forged. And this drop seems to always be your highest possible tier. Like for my case, being 400 power, every single drop I would get while at a score rank was tier 5. Leveling up from 350 to 400, they always dropped at tier 4. So by playing these activities that offer a Solstice engram, you'll be getting extremely high tier gear. This is also where I should direct your attention to the fact that these engrams also give holofoil weapons. Like right here, I got a tier 5 holofoil bow. And while the weapon itself kinda sucks, getting a tier 5 holofoil feels very good. Now on that note, that's pretty much everything you have to do to actually engage with the activity. So whatever activities you want in order to get alloy, use that to unlock armor pieces for farming alongside unlocking their cosmetics. And then when you want to specifically go for some weapons or armor drops and holofoils, focus the activities that offer Solstice engrams. The last remaining piece of the event is the event home, which includes the reward track and shop, which we'll quickly go over now. First up with the reward track, this is progressed by just playing activities with Solstice modifiers active and by completing event challenges. On that pass, we've got the usual random currencies, the cosmetics, and then some guaranteed holofoils. Of these weapons, this Festival Flight is actually very good. Envious Arsenal plus Vorpal is a good boss damage weapon setup if you were ever inclined to do that. The other two static holofoils are pretty meh though. Then we have our event shop, which is where we can spend our event tokens for some relatively mid loot, that being guaranteed weapons or the option to purchase some engrams containing either. Ultimately, it's just a place to spend tokens if you want to. Now, the last topic I wanted to touch on is the actual loot coming from the event. Chiefly the weapons, and if they're worth farming for, as well as the armor set and its bonus. So first up, I think the Strand Area Denial Frame is a very good one to chase. Not only does it look cool, but it gets rolls such as Demolitionist plus 1 for all or Envious Arsenal plus 4 weapon like we just saw. The SMG, Yeartide Apex, is also pretty fun with some large variety in god rolls, but it can get stuff like Attrition Orbs plus Incandescent or Chaos Reshaped. Lots to look for here. And then where the armor is concerned, it is a very good set to have, with the 2-piece bonus stating, receiving healing temporarily grants your solar weapons increased flint resistance, handling, and reload speed. And then the 4-set bonus is very nice, stating rapid solar final blows heal you. This healing will proc after 3 kills and give you like half of a cure of health, and it also does self-proc the 2-piece bonus, as we can see on the side of our screen. This could be a really fantastic passive thing to run in builds that use solar weapons or abilities, like Throwing Hammer or Solar Warlock, or if you ever run Lord of Wolves. And with this armor dropping with very high stats given its high tier, its set bonus is something that should serve you well in whatever loadout it ends up in. But that's pretty much Solstice this year. You can access some of the best cosmetics from years past, and we've access to some pretty desirable weapons in the form of Festival Flight and Yeartide Apex. Remember, it only lasts 2 weeks, so make good use of your time. And with that, thank you for getting this far into the video. Your viewership is greatly appreciated. If you want to support me, support the channel, a like, a comment, a subscription, joining the Discord goes a very long way. Support me and support the channel, but you can't think of a comment down below, Solstice. And with that, as usual, I hope you are having a great day, and I hope to see you around.
Okay, yeah, I did not. Yeah, see, I didn't get A rank, and I didn't get fucking tier 5s.
And you accept defeat in the same way.
Well, you need to get A rank to get the
Tier 5, yeah.
Oh.
The issue is I'm better than you guys because I'm higher power, so I
don't think that's how that works. Gosh.
Yeah, my drop went to the post, man.
Sorry, I meant not better, just like a better human being in general.
Wait, I got
Let's
my boots from that weren't even good.